Okay guys, so today we're looking at keto. Is it true it burns fat exclusively as energy? Is there more to it? Why do you keep hearing ketones? What's going on? Stay tuned. Okay guys, so for a ketogenic diet, or where you understand we usually call it keto now, keto is just basically representing understanding a ketogenic diet. Now, what's the difference? Well, if you come to have a look at the diets and when we speak about them, you'll often hear that we refer to ketones as well as fat. Now, there's probably a misconception because of this. A lot of people just think ketones are fat. It's not exactly that way, they're ketones. And what it is your body actually burns tons of fat. In fact, mostly fat and some ketones. Now you're thinking ketones aren't just there, we produce them in the liver. And then what happens is it's down to the fact that our brain loves loads of quick and plentiful pure energy. So the whole idea is, how do we know about this? How do we know we burn fat? Well, here we go. So look at number one. So here we can see picture one, insulin drops, fat burning switches on. So we understand that this is a scientific fact because you could test your insulin. When your insulin goes very low, you can see there you've got a lock for high insulin, so your fat isn't accessed. But you can see number two there, the picture, fat burning unlocked, it's insulin. And so that insulin is going to be able to give you that fantastic access to all your fat storage. Okay. The process when you start doing it is called lipolysis. So the process of burning your fat, as we call it burning, is called lipolysis, and that converts it into fatty acids and glycerin. Okay guys, so moving on to picture two. How else do we know? We know now that there's fat being accessed because insulin's dropped, so we're allowed access to burn fat on a keto diet. Okay, so we have fuel switch, glucose to fat to ketones. So what happens? Well, obviously you have bread and you have glucose. Body uses glucose from the carb in bread. Glycogen is low, body switches to burning fat. So any stored glucose is made into glycogen, and then you burn that when you have none in your blood or very low glucose in your blood. Then what happens is that liver produces ketones from fat for clean, steady energy, for ketosis. And that happens because you have dropped, right? So what happens is when you drop very low, and then your body says switch on access to fat cells. You go in, you break them down, you burn most of the fat for energy, and then some go off to the liver, made into ketones, and go to the parts they need great, clean, stable energy. Picture number three. So you can see here we have measurable proof. We can test it. So how can we test them? So we can first, easy to understand, by obviously insulin, but the second way to know that you're definitely burning tons of fat, and additionally fat is being used to make to ketones, which means you're burning tons of fat, but you need the ketones for your brain. You can measure them with ketone meters. So you have a blood ketone meter to measure your BHB or beta hydroxybutyrate. You have a breathalyzer for breath and your acetone in your breath. That's another ketone released. And then you have your urine strips, and that measures acetoacetate. And so you can access and see all of these, and they're all linked to each other. So for example, how it goes is acetoacetate is produced from your fatty acids, then acetoacetate makes beta hydroxybutyrate, and a byproduct is acetone, which is a ketone as well. So you have three ketones, the precursor, the main one is acetoacetate, and the main fuel in your blood is your beta hydroxybutyrate, or better known as BHB as the acronym. So what we can see here is you can measure them by a keto meter, by a breathalyzer, or by a urine strip. And they've got many brand names, so you can have a look at those. Again, you have many benefits, as you can see. I believe and I think the urine strips are fantastic. The blood meter is obviously going to have to prick yourself and damage your skin every single day, pretty much. And also at the same time, it gives you but it's the best real-time measurement because you get actual ketones used mostly for your brain in your blood. Now, You can also see the breathalyzer is really good. Both of those are both expensive, so you have to outlay a lot of money for them. And then so when you still have to have your strips as well to test your blood, so you have to pay for those as well. But also the breathalyzer depends on how you keep it, and the sensor, because that can obviously has to last a long time as well. You have to buy a new one. So again, the breathalyzer looks at acetone, and so the urine strips I've used for 25 years, so the cheapest, you get 200 of them usually for about £7, and you can get them cheaper, and at the same time they work really well, and you can test every 2 hours after eating something to see have they affected your ketone levels. Okay, picture 4. Now, fat oxidation increases. Your body gets better at burning fat. So as longer you're in ketosis, the more efficient you become. Number 1, low insulin unlocks fat stores. So you're then able to access to fat. 2, more fat available. Fatty acids are released from fat cells. More fuel is available to your body. Okay, so mitochondria work better. These are the energy organelles in your cells. So mitochondria work better. Keto enhances mitochondrial function and number. The cells become more efficient at using fat. Number 4, fat burning increases. Your body oxidizes or burns, as we say, more fat for energy. Sustained energy, less reliance on carbohydrates. 5, better body composition. More fat burned, less body fat. Preserves lean muscle while losing fat. Your muscle is fine, you're burning off all your fat. That's fantastic to get rid of unhealthy visceral fat. Okay, so on keto, your body becomes a fat burning machine, burning more fat more efficiently. And fat is burnt or changed, burnt, then unchanged, ketones from the fat and burnt as fatty acids. Okay, so number 5, guys. Appetite drops. Eat less without trying. You get stable blood sugar, so you get less, obviously, spikes and crashes that push you to want to eat more. Steady energy, steady you. Fewer cravings. Stable blood sugar equals balanced hunger hormones. Your hunger hormones, they're not going to be signaling to say we need to eat. Fewer cravings and less emotional eating. You don't have too many out of control emotions. They're useless. You need to understand that, yes, you can become stable, and that's going to be the better for your health. Less cravings, more control. Number 3, easier calorie deficit. So you naturally eat less, smaller portions satisfy you for longer, full of protein and fat. That's what it does. Okay, so keto balances your hormones and blood sugar, so you eat less without even trying. Okay guys, number 6. So here we go, water and then fat. So there's a myth that people keep saying, oh, it's just water that you drop. It's true, you drop a lot of water in the first 7 days. 2 processes make you drop it. Burning your glycogen, because glycogen is bonded with lots of water, and that drops when the glycogen is broken down, it drops as well. And you're dropping sodium. When your insulin is low, it signals drop sodium, it drops tons of water with it. Okay guys, so that's the reason why you lose a lot of water in the first 7 days, but you still burn some fat. Now, main idea is after that, you've got several weeks of just absolute burning fat, which is fantastic. So your glycogen is depleted, and that's a lot of water loss. You get lower insulin, and that dumps your sodium. And then on top of that, you've got then sustained fat burning. So after all that water's dropped, pretty much most of it after 7 days, you are a fat burning machine. Okay guys, so first you lose water from glycogen, sodium and electrolytes, then your body switches to burning fat, and that's where the real transformation happens. So you burn loads of fat there guys, and the water is gone as well, and your electrolytes, I would recommend taking supplements to replace them. You must replace them or you'll get keto flu. So number 7, fat to energy, real biochemistry. These are scientific, hardcore proven facts. There's no debate. This is what happens. So fat to fatty acids, okay? Your liver goes to the fatty acids and they make ketones. Then the cells are able to make ATP in your brain by using ketones, and the fatty acids as well are also used by the rest of your body that don't need fine, clean, amazingly fantastic energy ketones. So that's the main idea what happens. And so what we can see here, you get a whole range of healthy advantages. And the main important areas get your ketones, while all the rest get your fatty acids. Now, your body is designed to run on fat. Fatty acids power most of you, but ketones power the rest. So they power the most important systems that need amazing energy, ketones. Now, you can see there fat, fatty acids, main fuel. Then you go on to make some alternative ketones in your liver, and then what happens is you get cells that get fatty acids, and some important cells, very important, get your ketones. Okay guys, so that's the main idea there. 7 bits of information there that give you the exact fact that you burn tons of fat on a ketone diet. Make sure you keep up your electrolytes and hydrate. You will do swimmingly well. So guys, good luck, and hey, if you like the video, thumbs up please, and subscribe. Okay guys, I'll see you on the next one.